No.
What?
This wall says, in God we trust.
No.
And if that is the case, then this Congress will reject this evil bill and protect the innocent unborn.
Oh my God!
What is she talking about?
The party of death cult right now.
Yeah, nobody
talking
is
about
introducing a bill like that.
No. And third trimester abortions are rarely done.
Yes, except the health of the mother.
Health of the mother or the baby, there's something wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
If this nation becomes a nation where we have such a federal law that can kill a baby up until the day of birth,
oh my God,
then God will no longer provide protection in his grace over America.
Oh my God.
Right,
I yield the remainder of my time.
All right, lady.
I think that'd be best if you yield the remainder of your time on this earth to somebody
Not
else.
here.
Okay, pardon?
She needs to go. She needs
Is it
to go.
wrong to
Bye-bye.
mock her for how voice sounds? Because she just sounds
No.
like an idiot?
No.
Okay.
I'm sure that'll serve her well in jail.
Oh my God. Okay. I was talking about this Baptist pastor from a southern city talking about, he says, I was invited to join Vice President Kamala Harris's roundtable of patients and healthcare providers facing the impact of abortion restrictions in their states this month. I was grateful for the opportunity to represent the tens of thousands of clergy around the world who strongly support access to reproductive health care, including abortion access, as a moral issue and a calling supported by our faith's first teaching to do no harm and to love our neighbors. He said this vigilante approach may deter someone from confiding in their pastor. When folks cannot seek the care of their pastor, holy ground is jeopardized. Speaking of the Lord. And everyone is hurt. The ripple effect of this unconstitutional law extends beyond Texas courthouses into the sanctums of the most sacred relationships. Essentially, SB 8 cruelly isolates people from their support systems. Instead of passing laws that help keep people safe, some politicians are passing laws that put people at higher risk for adverse health outcomes and other negative impacts, especially if they're already from vulnerable communities. He said, love means supporting people as they make the reproductive decisions that are right for them. Love means standing by our neighbors as they determine the most intimate and personal parts of their lives. To love them is to trust them. Let's choose love. Okay, well, that sounds really, what's the word I'm looking for, Jody? Christian to me, but okay. Wow, there's a lot of treason this morning between everything we just talked about in the Woodward book and Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg apparently agreed to push conservatism on his platform as part of an agreement with the Trump administration. Venture capitalist Peter Thiel told a confidant he and Zuckerberg met with the former president Jared Kushner and their spouses at the White House in 2019, where the Facebook founder promised not to fact-check political speech. During the 2020 election.
Right.
If the administration agreed not to impose heavy-handed regulations. He said now, thanks to an understanding brokered by Thiel, the state would push what Thiel confidant called state-sanctioned conservatism. Zuckerberg denied the deal, calling the idea pretty ridiculous, but the social media platform allowed Trump posts seemingly calling for violence against Black Lives Matter protesters that Twitter removed, and the company mostly ignored calls to stop the Steal groups after the former president's election loss. Anyway, yes.
Oh, God, what?
Eric Trump's lawyer drops him as a client in the Trump Organization fraud suit. That's fantastic. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm Eric.
I want to give you something nice.
All right. Is this Mark Zuckerberg stuff? If true, not okay? Because here's the difference between why both sides don't do it, Jody. Because only Republicans don't want to be fact checked because Trump knew his campaign is just a blizzard of lies.
Right.
Democrats aren't the ones saying, "Oh no, you can't fact." They literally made an agreement not to fact check because obviously Republicans run campaigns, especially Trump, based almost on 100% on lies. It's okay. Are we not going to fix anything that broke the country in the first? Facebook,
Can we turn it off?
2016.
Wait 30
Reboot
seconds and turn it back on? Yeah.
Reboot it. Can we unplug America? Plug it back in. Sometimes that works.
What happens when it's unplugged?
A hard restart.
That's what we did when the zip went out.
A reboot.
Yeah.
We
Reboot.
rebooted
But
it.
what happens to America while it's unplugged? No one's watching.
Was
it.
Colonel Steve Austin involved?
He went up there.
Probably.
He's away.
Colonel
dear.
Steve Austin broke the country.
He unplugged the country.
He wasn't alive yet. He's too young to have broken the country.
Okay. So all of these stories now in the wake of the, what are we calling? The smattering of people that were protesting, the people that Domestic terrorists from January 6th?
The
I don't know.
picnic.
I'd rather forget them.
Okay.
The treason picnic.
So threats against members of Congress are skyrocketing. Capitol Police are scrambling to keep up with the pace of violent threats against lawmakers. 5 years ago, 2016, the department investigated 902 threats. Those threats increased dramatically during the presidency of Donald Trump to 5,206 in 2018 and 8,613 last year. Total threats are on pace to double this year. One is an anonymous video sent to Representative Norma Torres, Democrat of California, of someone following her car and then displaying a 9mm handgun.
Oh, my God.
The camera pans to the handgun and a male voice says, "I see you. I got something for you." Police intervened in January and more than a dozen Trump supporters confronted, surrounded, and threatened Representative Lou Carrera, Democrat of Santa Ana, as he was catching a flight at the Washington airport. Okay. It's... Okay. This is what happens, Jody, when there are not consequences.
I agree.
Really, or that are viewed as real consequences for, for the original coup, and then this is just, okay. All right, I can't believe we're at the what did Bob Woodward know and when did he know it question, because you were defending him, Travis. I don't know. When he knew some of this stuff.
I think
don't
for
know.
this book, it was after the fact.
COVID, he knew.
COVID, he knew.
That's different, yes.
But
But
COVID is different.
These interviews were all done by people trying to rehab their own self-images
Exactly.
after the fact.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so those people are the ones. So, like,
Those are the ones.
that book, I feel like every member of the January 6th committee should look at that book, and if there's somebody's name mentioned in there, they need to be before them testifying about
Absolutely.
this, because he gave us a roadmap for what needs to be investigated.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, yes, the January 6th committee, but I just, don't you think, Jody, it's more serious than that?
DOJ
Like the
needs to
DOJ,
be talking,
yes,
yeah.
DOJ. It's Glenn Kirshner always tells us. I mean, this is so serious that I can't believe we just sort of day by day go, oh, yeah, we're sort of numb to these shocking revelations from the Trump administration, but it's... Okay, would this even make news? Reuters are revealing 2 Republican Party operatives have been indicted after helping Russians donate to political campaigns in 2016. I mean, the fact that whatever percentage still calls this a hoax, Russia installed Donald Trump. It is without question. Okay. He was pardoned by Trump, of course, one of them, for a bribery scandal while working for Rand Paul in Iowa in 2012. Is there anyone that's not a crook? Seriously, in Republican circles these days. He was, after being pardoned for that, he's now being indicted again, along with another, for arranging a Russian national who wanted to donate in 2016, blah, blah, blah. And it's not even a ripple in the, right? Okay, how about this one? I think in all the talk about what spineless weasels Mike Pence and Lindsey Graham are, I have not spent enough time talking today about what a spineless weasel Kevin McCarthy is.
Right.
Kevin McCarthy's rise as one of Donald Trump's closest congressional allies has been exposed as the end result of a cynical dark money plot to sell the California Republican as a like-minded Trumper to the ex-president's fans. Calling McCarthy's rise part of an extreme MAGA takeover, the report relies on documents that showed a cabal of lobbyists and big money donors backed a media blitz posing as a grassroots Tea Party populist to boost McCarthy's profile. And McCarthy knows Trump's a lunatic and hates him. It's just this whole game on the right now, Jody, is so cynical, right? It's just all of the... I mean, they talk about General Milley. He's just one of almost all of them that said he's a lunatic, he's dangerous, we have to try to control him. And it's just the fact that none of these people spoke out just makes them traitors, not patriots. Okay. Oh, here's some good news.
Oh?
Trump's legal team is reviewing hundreds of documents from the National Archives and Records Administration requested by the House Select Committee for the January 6th attack as part of their investigation. But they are subject to the Biden administration's decision, even if they do try to block them. Yes, there's a new sheriff in town.
Yep.
Yeah. But, Jody, my point is, what can the January 6th committee do? So they have findings. I mean, there needs to be real consequences. So they have findings, and then what? I mean, you have a completely lawless administration for 4 years. So what happens when even if it's the most damning findings we can think of, what's the consequence?
Goes to DOJ.
Yeah, they make a referral to the DOJ based on what their findings are.
You know what I realized? I was just playing with my ring. That's Jody Hamilton just gave me an early birthday gift.
Did you break it?
It is not a offering like Kirsten Cinnamon has. It is just an F-bomb.
Oh,
no, I didn't break it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful and delicate. Much like
Just
my
like her
F-bomb.
fingers.
Like my F-bombs. Yes, with my beautiful pink pastel nails. Thank you, Jody.
You're welcome.
And you got me a little sleep machine.
Hopefully it'll work.
Aw.
Okay. We'll
Okay.
see. We'll see.
It's supposed to help. I know she doesn't take drugs, so I figured that might help.
What does it make noise? It is a sleeping machine?
I don't know.
Does
It's
it say
light and
There,
noise.
Beautishmal?
It does, and it helps. It writes stories for you so that you can pleasure yourself.
Fantastic.
Hartmann in a
Does
box?
Jen
did.
Kirkman work for them?
Yes,
She writes really good,
she
lesbian.
does.
she does.
She does.
Yeah. Scenarios. Like plausible.
No.
But she's also kind of an enabler. She also gives me false hope. She's like, I think it's plausible that Jennifer Garner would have sex with you. And I'm like, really? I mean, do we even need to do a commercial for the Steph store? I mean, the shirts are flying off the right. Look at this. Look at it. Get your face
Look
up
at
there.
that.
Get your face up there. Look. We have them for Team Pfizer, Team J&J. We are all Team Vaccine here. We have amazing.
That's right.
And you can get it on everything. Right, Chris? Not just shirts.
Bath mats, shower curtains. You can get it on art, a clock. You can get
Duvet.
a selfie bomb on a clock.
We have Stephanie Miller swag. We have sexy liberal swag. And, of course, all the vaccine shirts. Get it now. StephanieMiller.com. Whee!